I want to dive into some life advice that I would give to my 20-year-old self and any other individuals that are their early 20s that are trying to get their life together. And I would love to share this. So grab a seat, grab a drink, and let's talk. This channel is not only about entrepreneurship, but the journey of life, advice, just building a community that is supportive and a positive community. The goal for this channel is to make better people and have all of us grow into our higher selves and be better people for each other, for ourselves, and for the community, and to, little by little share the light to make the world a better place. That's the goal of this channel, if that's something that you're looking for. So come on in, join me, subscribe. We'll be talking about entrepreneurship, life journey, positivity, lifestyle, everything. So come on in. Cheers. The number one thing that I learned in my early 20s is that people are people and they're all going to disappoint you. Let me repeat that again. People are people and they are going to disappoint you. No matter how hard we try, people are going to. We're not perfect. And I think once I realized that, it made my life so much easier. I expected so much from people, especially the people around me, friends, family. I expected so much from them to be perfect because I was showing up that way. But then it's not fair on me to want them to show up this way, the same way that I show up for them, when I might be on step 20 while some are on step 10. Some I haven't even taken that step yet. One of the reasons that my anxiety went away. And it made life simpler and easier. Just accepting people as they are helped me not internalizing other people's feelings, if that makes sense. Number two, things that I learned in my 20s is stop being a nice girl slash nice person. People pleasing. I finally saw being a nice person was more damaging to myself. People were enjoying that person, but I was not. I was never the no girl. I can't say no. I couldn't say that because I worried more about people's feelings than my own. What I learned is better to be kind than to be nice. Meaning, being kind is who I am, is generally who I am. People are going to disappoint. I'm still going to be kind no matter what. While being nice is just wanting people to like me because I'm a nice person, nice girl, which I think it's more of like, in a way, if you think about it, it's, how would you say, it's more of wanting people to like you compared to being kind. Is it's who I am, it's being my authentic self, whether you like it or not. Number three is stop running away from your problems. Stop running away from my problems was a crucial lesson in my early 20s, my mid 20s, that I had to learn. I grew up in a family where we don't like to address problem. We're not just a family, the culture, my culture and my family dynamic, when hurdles come, problems come, we run away or tuck it under the rug and it's just like, hi, what's up? Well, you still hurting from what was done to you. I had to deal with that. Like, for me, it was just like running away and one day just bursting out of anger because I internalized all this issue and not talking about it when I needed to talk about it, until one day I just exploded. So that's worse and more damaging for yourself and your relationship. And once I had to unlearn that, it really helped. It was like a burden lift off of me. I literally learned to honestly find my voice and allow myself to deal and sit down with my problem, but also once I'm ready to talk about it, I will let the other person know, whoever that did something to me, just to talk about it. I think that really did help a lot. And That's coming from a whole generational thing of culture wise where we don't speak about our feelings. Life goes on. Oh, this generation is too nice, is too soft. I wouldn't say they're too soft. It's just more like, okay, I'm gonna deal with my issue. Because think about it that way. A lot of our elders are just dealing with anger, and that's why they're always angry because they never dealt with the issue that they have, and they just think I'm just strong, when in reality you're running away from issue. You could have talked it out and lift that burden and live a beautiful life. So that's the advice I would definitely give my 20-year-old self and any other 20-year-old that are listening to this. Number four, I'll say not putting God first. Whatever you believe in, I believe in God, so that's why I say God. But whatever you believe in, don't try to navigate life without believing in something. I think that makes life so much harder, just trying to find answer all by yourself. I grew up in church and I left church when I went to college. That's when I started my spiritual journey because a lot of the questions that I had, the church couldn't answer it. So honestly, going to that spiritual journey led me back to God because that spiritual journey that I went through allowed me to see the answers that I needed for myself, and just connecting spirituality and God, seeing that they're the same thing, but religion has separated the two. That allowed me to live an easier life. If you need to go to that spiritual journey, I'm not telling you to leave church. Whatever it is, the answer that you need, put God first, and life is so much easier after that. Number six, I will say to find validations on others. I used to have depression and really bad anxiety, and I think that was one of the things, honestly, in my early 20s. I was so anxious because I didn't have boundaries. So before I have an idea that came to my mind or I dreamt about it, anything, I'll go to a significant other, I'll go to a friend, anybody, just to get a outside validations. Every idea, anything in life, I needed someone's validations, and not trusting yourself, wanting that trust from other people caused me so much anxiety. Once I learned to validate myself, and it gets easier. Number six is not everyone is your friend. I've learned that. I've lost so many friendships, I gained so many good ones. What I would recommend in your early 20s is to be very mindful. I think at an early age, because I grew up in a culture where if you're Haitian, I'm Haitian, you'll hear, you didn't come to this country to make friends, things like that. So I still want friends, but I still knew how to keep away friends that were bad influence on me. I was okay figuring out who had bad influence and what type of things for me. But for others that don't, realize that where you want to go in life, if those friendships don't help you get there, it's time to let it go. And for me, not everyone is your friend. I learned at an early age how friends will mask things into jokes, or friends that never compliment you. And I think that was the only issue that I had, is friends that never compliment you or that are jealous of your success. In college, I had several friends that will mask their insecurity into jokes. I love to dance in college, so I was always dancing. Everyone, especially at parties, everybody was like, oh cool. But with those friends, they'll be like laughing at me dancing, or if I take a picture or anything that I'll do, they'll just laugh and mask it as jokes. And early on, I didn't notice that. Honestly, they were just haters. I internalized that. The moment you see somebody's acting like that, they are not your friend. To go back to number seven is friendships, relationships sometimes have an expired date on them, honestly. What I learned is people come to your life sometimes for a season, And that's okay. Not everything is meant to be long term. Sometimes it's short term, and that's okay. The goal is to learn the lesson from each relationship, friendship that you have, because everything in life is a lesson. Just learning that and letting people go and not feeling guilty about letting people go. Number 8, do the healing, okay? I did not realize I had a lot of mommy and daddy issues as someone that wasn't raised with my mom or my dad, because my mother passed away and my dad, I didn't live with him. I grew up with mom's side family. I didn't realize I had a lot of issue to deal with, and that comes from me being a people pleaser. Depression and anxiety that I was having is because that I had some internal work that I needed to get done. Part of that, I couldn't be where I needed to be unless I dealt with that. And COVID forced me to deal with it. I'm pretty sure a lot of us who had the same experience, just staying at home and not having anything to do. COVID forced me to deal with it. I had a really bad depression around that time because in college I would mask it with partying, drinking, those type of things. So I never really had the time to dealt with the issue until I went back home and COVID happened. I got a therapist to help really finding skill sets to how to deal with things. So honestly, if one thing you remember from this video is to deal with your inner work, inner issues, and do the work, because it's very, very important and it shows up in every aspect of your life. Believe it or not, it shows up on how you see friendships, how you see relationship, how you act, and how you see yourself as well. Like your confidence in yourself, all of that. Those things are super important. So if anything, remember this one. Do the inner work because it's really worth it. And number 9 is not comparing myself to other people's success. And that's something I dealt with a lot in my early 20s, is seeing people in their 20s traveling by themselves, already doing this while I'm just starting my business. I graduated. I didn't know how to enjoy my success because social media force you to see, all these different things online that you think, okay, I'm behind. I need to get there now. While I'm comparing my step 1 to somebody that's already under step 20 or step 50, and it's not being fair on myself. I had to learn to stop comparing my journey with others, and the moment that I did that, whew, it's so much better. But not least is not everyone is going to be happy for you. Believe it or not, sometimes sadly it's friends and sometimes it's family. And I think that's okay. As long as you do the inner work, you're okay with yourself, you're happy with who you are, that's all that matter, and you're showing up for others around you that are happy for you, and finding people that are happy for you, that's okay, because Jesus wasn't liked by everybody, okay? All these other people, historical people, biblical people, as you can see their story, they were not like the people that were actually making change and doing something. They were not liked by everyone. So once I learned that, life is okay. And you're gonna be okay. That's the last thing I'm going to say is you're going to be okay as long as you believe in yourself, you believe in God, or whatever you believe in, and do the inner work. Life gets so much better and easier. Let me know if you want a part 2 of that. Don't forget to follow and subscribe and put your notification on. If you would love to join this community, come on, join us. We're all inner self authenticity and growing together and making the world a better place. So please join this community, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys comment on there. Comment what did you learn, or if you're still in your 20s, what do you need to work with? This is a safe space. Any negative comment will be deleted. See you next time.